In this What's New product review, we're going to have a look at the Tundra Salopettes from Fortis. Highly anticipated, highly recommended, and from what I can make out with a word on the grapevine, a very good pair of Salopettes. I've not worn these a lot myself, but I can tell on a cold day like today by wearing them that these are very, very warm. Like I say, it is freezing out here. I am not cold at all, and I'm sure the more you walk around, the warmer you're going to get. Now, we'll run through the features because there are plenty of things to talk about, and I would like to start with the elasticated straps, which might sound silly, but trust me, these are really, really important. I know that sounds hard to believe, but having that elasticity in these shoulder straps make the Salopettes so much more comfortable. When you sit down, you don't get that tightening around your shoulders. You know, you've got a little bit of give, which of course aids in comfort. And you'll notice here that the straps I've got are fully extended, and that is for a reason. I like to wear my Salopettes like this. These are actually a medium, which for a person like me who's 6'1" might sound a little bit small, but what I don't want is the legs trailing along the floor, and I don't want the elastics being baggy, so I have them at full extension and the legs sitting tight over the ankle on my shoe. Now, down to the more important stuff. First things first, and a major plus point with these Salopettes is they are fully waterproof, and for me that is super key during the autumn and winter months. It's a lovely smooth material, and of course here you'll see it in DPM, but it is also available in olive green. On top of the waterproof nature of the Salopettes, you of course have the warmth, and the warmth is probably the most important thing. Horses for courses, but you know, between being super waterproof and super warm, you can't ask for much more from a pair of Salopettes like this. That is the main aim of the game. Keep you dry and keep you warm. Simple as that. If it does those things, you're on to a winner. And the material inside these Salopettes is made by a company called Primaloft. Don't hold me to this, but I believe you have to be licensed to have that within your clothing. It certainly doesn't come easily, and they certainly don't let anybody use it. So the guys at Fortis have done rather well, and are quite privileged to have been able to use that within these Salopettes. And it is things like these buttons here that help retain that warmth. Rather than having an exposed zip where air can push through, that little flap and the buttons just help to keep as much warmth inside as possible. And like I say, when it's cold, when it's wet, you just want to be as warm and dry as possible. So little details that make a big difference. And if I open that back up once more, you've got a little pocket here to keep your phone or whatever inside. If we do that up, you can then open the main zip. It will reveal the Primaloft material inside. And it is that that keeps you toasty warm. So let me do it back up, because like I said at the start, it is cold today. On the side, of course, you've got your standard pocket, nice and deep, fleece lined inside, and you've got these flaps here which just protect the zip from the elements should it rain, etc. And of course there's one either side. You've also got a zip that opens from bottom to top in the center here for when you need to have a wee, which probably applies more to the men among us, but good to know. Last but not least, you've got the zips towards the bottom of the leg. You'll see you've got the strap here to tighten the base of the Salopettes around your boot, welly or trainer, as I'm wearing here. And then further up, if you undo these straps, you'll see there's a long zip which runs from about knee height all the way down to the base of the Salopette with a large and long zip. And what that does is enable you to wear a Wellington boot or a high boot underneath the Salopettes. You've got a nice big zip, large width at the bottom there, and you can just tighten it all up around whatever footwear it is that you wish to wear. Like most things, at face value, these are just any old pair of Salopettes, but anyone who's worn Fortis in the past, or anyone that knows someone who's currently wearing these, will know that is not the case with these. They really are a great piece of kit. They really are something that is going to solve the problems we encounter as carp anglers out on the bank during the autumn and winter when battling the elements. And it is for that reason that I recommend these to you, but you don't have to take my word for it. Do a little bit of homework, and I am sure you will see these have great reviews everywhere throughout the angling industry. So if you're in the market for a new pair of Salopettes, check these out. They will cost you $179.99, and if you are a Cypography member and you shop with Fish on Tackle, you will save yourself 10% on your purchase.